Dean Stoltz now with more from Courtenay, where Occupy protesters there could find themselves in the same situation.
The Occupy Comox Valley protest has been here on the front lawn of the Courtenay Provincial Courthouse since mid-October, and neither the city or the province has made any public attempt to move it.
This is what democracy looks like.
Quite different from Vancouver, where the Premier objected as soon as the Occupy Vancouver protesters moved to the courthouse there on Monday. Now they've been told to leave.
We got it into court, we got the request in, they've granted it. I'm delighted about that. I am fed up with this. Those folks need to pick up their tents and leave.
The Premier says she objects to the current protest on public land, but the court's decision doesn't prevent Occupy Vancouver from just moving somewhere else. The judge did call them a nuisance, but where does that leave other Occupy protests on other provincial land, like right here in Courtenay? But the people here aren't very worried about it.
You know, it's just part of them, trying to control us more and make us do what they want us to do, which is not actually going to be all that effective because reoccupation strategies are all around. Every camps we've talked to has a reoccupation strategy, so go ahead, kick us out. We're just going to go find somewhere new to go.
The camp here is becoming more permanent, if anything, and with only 5 people living here full-time now, they don't think they're a so-called nuisance to anyone.
We're here to help our children and our grandchildren have a sustainable future. I mean, they can say that we're a nuisance, but all we're doing is trying to help change a corrupt system.
You know, my daughter has to grow up here at some point sooner or later. I have to turn this over to her and then on to my grandchildren and things like this. And if we're destroying the planet the way we are now, where are we going to be in 20 years?
But all good intentions aside, some local businesses feel the time for occupiers has run out.
It's time to pack it up. I think there's some considerable damage being done to the park space itself. As for business, we know from letters to the editor that customers are avoiding thrifties.
We don't want to have bad rapport with the community at all. So if we get asked to leave, we'll figure out where we're going to go next and go and move from there. But we don't plan on leaving.
They say they still have the community support, but it could ultimately be a court that decides the future here.